Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy, and welcome back to Run Tavernquest. It's pretty late in the day for me to make a video, but life happens, so we're going to continue. It seems like the princess has its own system, or tutorial, so then we're going to skip the tutorial. Steve didn't even listen the first time around. Okay, continue.
Act 1. The Tavern.
Alright.
You have just entered a small, rowdy tavern on the outskirts of the village. A grumpy barkeep polishes a mug behind the counter. Most of the noise in the tavern emanates from a table of boisterous dwarves. You recall that you've been meaning to read an important note from your father in your inventory.
Yo, barkeep. What's up? What's shaking? Nice jumble of letters, Steve. This error message is all yours. Yeah, he's just reading the barkeeper. Do we really need this, though? So many errors? Look, I know the boundaries aren't fun, but we have limited resources. I'd love to have naturalistic language processing, but we can't even have graphics. I know 32 KB of RAM sounds like a lot, but we still need to be careful in deciding which verbs and nouns to support. Actually, I might have a compromise. The game has verbose setting that allows us to print longer descriptions. That would give us a lot more leeway. What do you think? Yeah, let's run the verbose mode.
Invalid command. Yo, barkeep, what's shaking? Were you trying to enable the verbose setting? Enable verbose mode? Yes or no?
Yes. Hold on, I can't find the thesaurus. What's a fancier synonym for small? Microscopic.
The game is now running in verbose mode. Descriptions of locations, objects, and characters will be meticulously described in copious detail, ostensibly giving the player a microscopic advantage.
Look around. How about a synonym for simple? Unintelligent?
You are presently located in a rambunctious and unintelligent tavern, positioned in the periphery of a charming yet curious village.
Wrong word. For loud. Raucous.
A surly and perpetually irritated barkeep polishes his precious tankards behind a conversely rough wooden counter that is nowhere near as clean nor polished as the mug situated on top of it. An inescapable din of dwarvish hoots and hollers emanates from none other than the table of boisterous, raucous dwarves.
There you go. The dwarves. I think I'm getting the hang of this verbose stuff. One question though, how do you pronounce obstreperos? I don't even know what that. I don't even know what
You
that
see
word
that
is.
there are several obstreporous dwarves encompassing a cluttered and tattered round table. Each dwarf has a bushier and less kempt beard than the last. Discreetly snooping in on their current palaver, you surmise that one of the dwarves is referred to as Haggin, and that the clamorous dwarves are presently engaged in an aggressive tournament of knucklebones.
Gotcha.
Aye, says the one named Haggin. I presume to inform you, my proliferous dwarven colleagues, that historical empirical evidence indicates that in any
Jesus
given
Christ.
knucklebones match where I, Haggin, am participating, the pragmatic probability that another competitor be victorious at the aforementioned contest is statistically insignificant.
I don't like it. Look, barkeep. I'm really starting to like this verbose. This gets in for probably has a 12 gauge on the counter. The barkeep is combative.
With his vaudevillian moustache and inexpressive demeanour, the barkeep has certainly made the effort to appear as a legitimate tavern proprietor. However, his furrowed brow suggests a concealed dislike for his patrons and a general combative attitude. You surmise that he must be frustrated with his own simplicity, spending his days in service to those more wealthy and educated than himself.
Gotcha. Okay.
You've been staring at him for a long while, and only just realized that he is now staring back at you with discontent.
Newcomer, I must infer that you're lacking a determinable direction, as you've been loitering in the vicinity of the tavern's doorway for an appreciable amount of time, failing to enact any action of consequence and instead perusing about with no discernible motive, begins the barkeep. If you would acquiesce to a proposition, prototypical conduct of a patron in this establishment is to simply order a drink without unnecessary hesitation.
He emphatically points to a menu sign above.
I must say, I'm surprised Steve wanted these longer descriptions. He doesn't even know how to speak in full sentences.
Wow, you think? This menu is unreservedly the most elegant sign I have ever encountered. The menu is beautifully and elaborately designed, which makes it sorely distinct from anything else in this tawdry tavern. The lettering is sufficiently fancy that you now have a heightened desire for whatever it promulgates. You conclude that this magnificent sign was definitely crafted by a team of artisans and calligraphers. With all of its inherent beauty, its commission must have cost the same amount as the rest of the tavern put together. The barkeep would surely be justified in such an investment, as the menu appears to subconsciously render the tavern's inexpensive selection of alcohol more appetizing.
Can I turn it off? Why is nudity even an option here? The game is much better with verbose mode on. The actual description makes the text so much more flavorful and enjoyable. Don't you agree? No. I'm getting annoyed with it. Oh, you're right. This game is proposed to too thought-provoking and eloquent for the likes of Steve, who might as well be illiterate.
The only way this exquisite experience viewing this menu could ever be improved is if you actually had the ability to read.
Alas, tender barkeep, with merited abashment I must divulge that I am haplessly illiterate,
You explain.
I regard verbosity with such significance that my numerous years of schooling would exclusively focus on committing eccentric synonyms to memory. Might an humbled analphabet like myself implore assistance from the barkeep?
Now Steve can relate to his character better. Did you just make Wendell unable to read? Oh hush, it's not like Steve makes heavy use of the read command. Want those break parts of the game? It'll be fine. We'll just have NPCs read everything aloud to him. That way he can focus his limited brain power on pushing his little buttons. Wow.
It is my consummate pleasure to favour imbecilic nobility with my basic competency in literacy,
says the barkeep. Your anticipation heightens as the barkeep commences his recitation of the illustrious menu's inscription.
Ale, 2 gold.
Get down. Sit in from mug. It's tankard.
My dear congenial tapster,
You say to the barkeep.
I presuppose that you are vocationally obliged to supply an ale should I request one. If the conditions are unequivocally so, I would humbly like to get a tankard of ale.
This is great. Does Steve have enough gold? Let's not make that mistake again. You know what? Doesn't matter. What's better than to give? Bestow. Bestow.
You bestow upon the barkeep the requisite 2 gold from your inventory.
Let my uttermost appreciation be expressed for your patronage, says the barkeep. I will prepare your solicited ale with paramount thoroughness. Sit at a physically proximate table, and I shall hereafter convey the aforementioned alcoholic beverage to you when it is readily available.
This is rough.
You determine that a comprehensive examination of the table is prudent. At first glance, the tavern's collection of tables appears unassuming at best. This remains true even upon second and third glances. The tables are each constructed of locally sourced timber. In fact, the timber may well...
Oh my god. I had to skip it. It's so bad.
However, the table's technical structure is merely a preface to your concentration. Are formed of tallow-based wax.
This description might be the greatest thing ever displayed in Steve's monitor. A true work of art. I skipped all of it.
You also take a moment and commend yourself for enabling verbose mode. You remind yourself of all the wonderful things you've learned. You are surely enthralled by the intricacies of feudal table making.
Shut up about the tables. Hell yeah. What does this mean? Throw in there. Of course he is. In fact, he wants to hear more about the table. Oh, sure.
The tables have captivated you so much that you lose the ability to speak. For 30 uninterrupted minutes, you continue to marvel at the minutiae of each individual table. You salivate at the table's impeccable proficiency in bearing aloft the many candelabra.
That's not the proper plural for a candelabrum. Don't worry, I'll whip up a custom error message. Simpleton.
Invalid command. Get candelabras. It appears that you have already forgotten the wonderful grammatical fact you previously recalled while describing the table's many candelabra. You affix this detail into the recesses of your subconscious so as not to reprise this humiliating travesty again later and appear a simpleton.
Wow. He's gonna turn off the game. What is this bullshit? Huh, there's some sort of hard-coded filter preventing me from seeing this man. What does it mean? No, don't worry about it.
Presumably, this is some sort of an ineffective and rather insipid retort. If you are insisting that the correct plural form of candelabrum is of dubious significance, you might instead suggest that proper usage of a word is determined by consensus amongst those who use it, and regardless of the word's etymology, in recent times candelabras has actually been favoured by the majority. Regardless. And the quandary still remains. Were you seeking to acquire simply one candelabrum, or a plural amount of candelabra?
Wow. Okay, fine. Get candelabra. Well, now Steve has messed everything up. How so?
You mentally resolve to get candelabra. But then this resolution introduces additional perplexity. You wonder, am I adopting the admittedly antiquated though proper plural form, or am I stubbornly restating my initial assertion and attempting to procure one singular object?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. He's gonna quit the game. Quit game. A candlestick. That's even more incorrect, Steve. This is educate poor Steve on the difference between... Just give him the stupid kid. Just give it to him. Just give it to him.
All right. Look, you acquire a candle and its respective receptacle and add it to your inventory, and your thoughts are now thoroughly unhampered from this candelabrum conundrum.
Bleh. Verbose off. Yes. Most unsound. Oh, I suppose Steve never was one to appreciate the arts, no matter how poignant. The show must go on. I suppose how far should we dial back the game's reading level? Toddler level. You mean Steve's level? couldn't agree more. We're just letting him wander out anyway, right? Why bother? I'm sure he'll appreciate not having those pesky adjectives. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Plug ears. Words boring. Less read. More do. You in tavern. Barkeep too. Dwarves noisy.
Look, Steve, me no use big word now. Me talk like you, Ooga Booga. Barkeep say something now. Hey, buddy, why are you talking like some sort of ogre? I thought you were supposed to be some... Yeah. There it is. Wow, long is this? You know, read Barkeep says hello. Sheesh.
Hello, say barkeep.
Oh my god. Talk, Barkeep.
Why talk more, say barkeep. Me already say hello. Want ale? Sit table, then ale.
God. Sit table.
You sit table. I bring ale now, say barkeep. Barkeep bring ale.
Jesus. Drink ale. Ale good? Yes. Ale good.
You drink ale. Ale good. Ale remind you of childhood.
On. This is great. This great. No big word. No effort. Save memory too. Barkeep give quest now. Yes.
Barkeep give quest. Rats in basement, say barkeep. You go basement. You kill rats. Get reward. Do thing. Go
thing.
basement. Kill rats. Yes. No. Barkeep happy you do thing.
Oh no, God. Go basement.
You go basement. Basement has rats. Basement has cabinet.
Kill rats.
You try kill rats.
Combat long means skip combat. Steve kill rats or not kill rats. Kill rats.
You kill rats real good. Barkeep come. He say, good job. He give 10 gold.
God. Exit basement. Okay. Why he exit basement, Steve? No secret passage. Okay.
Basement cold. Cabinet dumb anyway. You in tavern. Barkeep too. Dwarves noisy.
Tonk dwarves. Oh boy. Me no read code no more. Computer code for computer nerds. Me execute game randomly. Pick random number. Me execute code at number. Oh my god. 17220?
You read note from Hubert. Note say, what up?
What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay.
Bard give you loot.
Me not know how play loot.
You say.
Bard? Okay. He's gonna be like, what? This game is broken. Me not understand that. Me too stupid. Ooga or Booga? Booga.
No understand. This game is broken. Type help for Ooga Booga.
Type help for Ooga Booga. Restart game. Restart. Steve think game broken. Game just speak like Steve speak. Game not broken. Steve broken. Ooga.
Act 1. The Tavern.
God bless. Ooga Booga, you do thing. Booga Booga. Just kidding. Everything is reset back to normal now. Continue.
You have just entered a small, rowdy tavern
That's
on the outskirts of the village.
phenomenal.
A grumpy barkeep polishes a mug behind the counter. Most of the noise in the tavern emanates from a table of boisterous dwarves.
You know what I'll miss, though? Candelabra. Not me.
You recall that you've been meaning to read an important note from your father in your inventory.
Alright, we're finally done with the rabbit hole. Steve has wasted plenty of time already, but he's hardly touched most of the content available in the tavern. Trust me, his reaction to some of this stuff will be priceless. Okay? Leave tavern. Cool. Of course, for figures, well, we don't have anything prepared outside the tavern. We'd have to wing it. What do you think? Let him outside. We'll figure something out.
Immediately upon entering the tavern, you decide to leave.
I have no business being in such proximity to you peasants, you say. I don't recall why I ever decided to enter this horrid rat hole.
Like a fish caught on a hook, you yank yourself around and out the door.
Unloading tavern assets, okay?
Act 2. Not the tavern.
Not the tavern.
You are outside. You let out a sigh of relief as you no longer breathe the same air as poor people.
Jesus Christ! Touch your ass, go outside. Okay, I have dedicated all of my resources to deep analysis. The outside simply isn't meant to exist. We can press forward, but I am worried that Steve will notice the drop in quality. We'll try to figure out a way to make it interesting. Tell you what, I'll randomly select a couple of words out of the database and we'll build around that. Here are two words. Sinister. Yoga. Okay.
Across from the tavern, you see another building. It's a very sinister-looking yoga studio.
Oh my god.
Wow, sinister yoga,
You say to yourself.
What a clever idea that isn't at all the result of two random words smashed together. I bet this place teaches some new yoga fighting style that I could use to dominate my enemies.
Oh my god. Go yoga.
You walk into the yoga building with curiosity and wonder.
How convenient it would be, making peace within myself whilst making unpeace within others.
Sure, Steve goes along with this junk, but not the huge amount of material that it already prepared.
Inside, you descend into a circular stone chamber. A dozen yoga mats form a circle around the edge of the dungeon, all facing a central dais. There is a pile of bones and viscera across the room that you hope are just decorative.
Hello?
You say.
You know, if he has such low standards, maybe we should just use procedural generation for everything. Procedural generation. Blah, blah, blah. There will be an enemy here named Al for short, and he will be described as portly, wispy.
At the center, Yogi Al sits cross-legged on the ground. He is a portly man with unnaturally skinny limbs, bald except for a wispy, long goatee.
Okay. More descriptors. Floating. Worm. Oh.
Yogi Al arises to greet you, floating up with fluid motions that seem impossible for a man of his physique.
I get the impression that your spirit seeks enlightenment. Is that right, you worm? He says. I sense that your chakras are blocked to kingdom come. 1 30-minute lesson and I will show you how to be so god-darn aware that your spirit energy will spit on nirvana. Am I clear?
Oh boy. What a wonderful random encounter we've generated.
Take lesson from Yogi Al? Costs spiritual unawareness. Yes or no?
Alright, here we go.
I'm already extremely self-aware as it is, you say. But I do occasionally feel as if I'm under control of some disconnected entity with zero self-awareness. Show me this spiritual enlightenment thing of yours before I grow bored.
All right, continue.
You step onto the stone dais. Yogi Al pierces your soul with his gaze.
First, I will purge the negative energy from your soul with a technique I call beating the crap out of you.
Nope.
Take a deep breath as I let my foot flow through your butt.
Steve made it all the way to Act 2 without using a weapon. What's he will do? Nothing per usual.
Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands.
Dakar? What?
You compensate for your lack of inner peace by swinging wildly with your fists.
Yogi Al takes 6 damage. What does Yogi Al do now? Downward dog, baby.
Yogi Al bends downward at a sharp angle, placing his palms on the floor. Spiritual energy reverberates through the floor, and your soul collapses like a wounded animal.
Oh. Yikes.
Chakras are pseudoscience, and you know it, you say, swinging at him again.
Takes 3 damage. What does he do? Butterfly.
In the midst of combat, Yogi Al sits gently and spreads his knees like butterfly wings. As you continue to swing at him, you feel hundreds of sharp twangs against your soul, as if you were being swarmed by ethereal insects.
Oh boy. 5 damage. Attack.
You quell your innate dissatisfaction with your life by beating up your yoga teacher.
Takes 5 damage. Alright, what does he do? Cobra, tree, plank. So plank.
Yogi Al holds himself in a straight line above the floor on his hands and toes. You see beads of sweat forming on his brow as he stares you down.
Boy, this one kind of sucks,
says Yogi Al in exasperation. Unable to retaliate, you continue to awkwardly watch as he struggles to hold the pose.
Oh, God's almighty,
he exclaims, turning to lay on his back and breaking the pose.
Oh, that was unpleasant.
Alright. Okay.
Time for big doo-doo head pose,
Oh, God.
you say.
Big doo-doo head pose. Oh, takes 6 damage. Alright. Alright, corpse.
Phew, that last one had my chakras in a vice, says Yogi Al. I'm just gonna relax a bit, and we'll resume our yoga drills shortly.
Yogi Al lies motionless on the floor.
Okay. You gonna attack him again while he's laying on the floor? Sure.
You take advantage of his helpless position, sitting atop his tranquil body and punching him mercilessly.
Damn. 13 damage, damn! Mountain, pyramid, downward dog. Downward dog.
Yogi Al bends downward at a sharp angle, placing his palms on the floor. Spiritual and
Take 7 damage. Alright.
you compensate for your lack of inner peace by swinging.
Alright, 2 damage. Defeated.
Namaste! Namaste! You shout at Yogi Al's corpse. That'll teach you for encouraging me to better myself. You take a moment to meditate and clean up all the blood.
There you go. Loot. Yogi. Al. Oh, yeah. What's this guy carrying? Ugh.
You take bloody yoga tights, an amount of gold.
There we go. Where equip tights.
How fetching, you say as you examine the bloody tights that Yogi Al was wearing. Although a tight fit, you manage to wriggle your limbs into the sweaty tights. I'm so prepared for adventuring now.
Looking spiffy, Steve. Leave.
You make your way out of the sinister yoga studio and breathe in the fresh air outside the tavern.
Hold up. I just found a rogue NPC. Danger alert. Let's see what it is.
Over the tree line, you spot a blue feather parrot flying in your direction. You have a strange familiarity with the creature, but you cannot come up with a reasonable explanation as to why. Lenny was the bird's name, you recall.
It's Lenny. This must be the princess. Princess, can you hear us? Hello?
As he approaches, you see he's carrying a tankard of ale, which he delivers into your hands before landing on your shoulder. He gently nibbles your ear, squawking,
Popcorn?
I don't think she can hear us. Drink ale.
Unprompted, dubious sky alcohol? Why not? You say. You drink the ale. Thanks, Lenny.
Attached to your delicious mug of ale, you find a note. Knowing that you have difficulty reading, the princess has drawn a little picture of herself giving you a thumbs up.
What should we do? If the princess wants her parent to have popcorn, then she can be the one to figure out how to bring popcorn into the story.
You search your inventory for any popcorn, but come up empty.
Apologies, little one, you say. Perhaps some popcorn will materialize around me somewhere?
A courier sprints in from beyond the horizon.
Hi, I'm Courier Casey. Here's that popcorn you ordered.
He says with a wink. He hands you an open bucket of popcorn. He then eyes you suspiciously before slowly grabbing a few kernels and popping them in his mouth.
Delivery fee?
He slinks away out of sight. You give Lenny the popcorn. He gleefully shreds into it before fluttering away with the bucket in tow.
Oh, we took the whole bucket. Feed Lenny the popcorn. Hey, princess. I don't think we'll get any answers from her until we reach her tower again. Look around. Okay, we're going to stop there. It's a little late. I know I might have to probably play through a little bit more to get back to this part, which I hate, but just ran out of time today and couldn't get to it. But like I said, I got a little bit in. Super fun. Hopefully this is the start of like trying to work with the princess. So hopefully we'll get there. So until then, thank you guys very much for watching. I don't think I'll be able to play any at all next weekend. Excuse me. Maybe Saturday. So we'll see. If we do play Saturday, I'm gonna try. If I only end up playing one game a weekend, it's gonna be Tavernquest till it's done. We do have Slay the Spire 2 coming down the pipe pretty soon too. It's gonna be an early access at first, but that will be immediately on the channel. So until then, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you